Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm like still getting ready, so I don't have my video on.
Yeah, I brushed my hair. It's as far as I've gotten this morning.
I hear ya.
Good morning.
Morning. Oh my God, is it Friday? Wow, it is.
It's all a blur. Doesn't matter what day it is.
I know, right?
You guys are quiet this morning.
Good morning. We were talking a minute ago.
I was gonna say, I thought nobody was here.
Well, everyone's in their places with their bright, shining faces. How is everyone's Friday morning going?
Good, good.
And
Age is awake, thank you. Who else
Oh
out
yeah.
there? Hello. Up and to. No, he's got that kid talking in the background.
No,
great
it's
song.
my cat.
Oh, tuxedo.
Oh yeah, she's a little. She knows exactly what she wants. That's her. She knows exactly. There's a word for that, but I know this is being recorded, so you guys can use your imagination.
Oh, I use words that I'm not supposed to use on this call all the time. But that's just who I am. All right, I am finally to a place where it's safe for me to be. Not exactly smart to be driving with a laptop in your arm. I don't know if that's considered distracted driving or not, so I would imagine. So awesome. Well, let's hear about your weeks. It is Friday. I want to hear what you've been struggling, working through, need some help with. The scripting elements of your day, week, month, year can all be culminated in one day, but it only works if you guys want to talk about it. So who's got something?
Got an offer that I submitted this morning.
Woo!
Good job, man. Who helped you write the offer?
What was that?
He's on mute, so I don't know what he's trying to say.
I was asking who helped you write the offer?
Oh, Dan, of course.
Oh man.
Well, I copied from the previous one that we wrote.
I think that
Pretty similar.
I think that's important for everyone on this call to know because when you're newer, that was an issue for me, like writing offers and making sure that they were written correctly and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty cool, Dan.
Kind of what we do in coaching. We take care of people. Help
Yeah,
them
I gotta
get-
do a practice.
So the first one that we wrote, it was like I was calling him at 11 o'clock at night, and it was like answering my call. That was awesome. Thank you, Dan.
That's what we do, man. Gotta help each other out. So, offer accepted. That makes. Who else got a offer accepted this week, or a listing signed, or some kind of value? All right, Letha, Jason.
I got a buyer broker sign last night, so I'm pumped about that.
Awesome.
I got a buyer broker sign last night also.
Nice.
Woo!
I put a new build under contract on Monday.
Oh, perfect.
I got 2 offers accepted.
Look at that. Look at the week. Oh my god. You guys excited to celebrate these wins? I'm excited to celebrate these wins. So I know BB was out with a client last night working on something. How'd that go?
You know, it went great. It was interesting because the seller was there. She wasn't supposed to be home. And we found out a lot about the property and the other offers. She told us, and she told us what she would take, you know. But so my buyer is thinking about it, and she's morning, and she's thinking about putting it. We'll see. Well, keeping my.
Well, you got the keys to the castle, so get that offer in so you guys can help them on their path to home ownership or that next chapter in their life. That's awesome. Good stuff. So who else has some victories?
Well, yesterday I met with the seller that had the 2 renters that we were talking about yesterday. So he's willing to give them a lease until December. He was more than happy to do that. And now he's talking about once they move out, tearing the trailers down and putting a new mobile home on there, either that or just selling the land itself. So I'm gonna weigh the advantages of both options.
A new manufactured home is going to be a lot better. I mean, the profit margin might be the same between raw land and
that's what I'm wondering, you know, where's his profit margin gonna land if he just sells the land compared to if he puts a new modular on there. He was talking about putting another used one on there that was just upgraded, and I'm like, no, because then nobody can get a loan on it. It can't be certified by an engineer and all this good stuff.
yeah. So it'll definitely sell faster with something on the land. So.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I got an objection yesterday. Jacob's supposed to be talking about it, but I'm looking at the underneath of his cabinets, it looks like, and a toaster.
Making coffee right now.
Ah. You old enough to drink coffee, Jacob? All right. Jacob sent me a text yesterday. It was a really good objection. I'd like to add to our list of objections, but I want to hear it from him so that we can help him script around it this morning.
Go back and look at it.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
It was so impactful. The fact
Okay, so I like renting because my landlord pays for something if it breaks, and I can't afford to fix it if it breaks in my home.
Can I go first?
Go for it, Stormy.
All right. So the first one I learned how to respond to this is oh, don't worry about that because when you buy a home, you can get a home warranty. That's one of the things.
Yeah, that's what I told him when he told me that.
Oh, Did you explain to them how the home warranty works? They have some pamphlets.
Yeah.
They have some
So
pamphlets in the office.
I gave him an example on my mom's home warranty. I told him when my mom first bought her house, like a month after she bought the house, that whole AC unit broke and the home warranty paid for that. And my washer and dryer are breaking right now and the home warranty is going to pay for that. And basically it just covers all the appliances and if something breaks inside the house.
Okay.
And there's a reason why that the landlords can pay for it, because they're charging you a bunch of money that you could be putting towards your mortgage. So that's the reason why they're able to pay for it. So put your money, rather than paying for them to fix it, put it into your own investment. Buy a house.
There you go.
Yeah, I was working him all morning yesterday. He kept saying, oh, he thought about buying a house when he first got out of high school. But he decided to rent instead because he wanted to just pay for rent because it was easier than buying a house. And with his leftover money that he would have used on buying a house, he just invested it. And I said, you get equity when you buy a house. And he's like, well, that money I put in stocks and stuff, I can use for retirement. And I said, you can use the money from selling your house in 5-10 years for retirement also.
How old is
He's probably a couple months younger than me, but he's a smart kid.
Oh, yeah. So essentially real estate, the way I see it and the way I explain it to people, it's a savings account. That money you're not giving, you're literally putting it into a savings account that you're not touching. And when you need that money or you want to move, like you actually get to sell your house and utilize all that money that you've been saving that whole time to move up. So it's not like you need to flip that script altogether. It's not about spending money here. Like right now he's spending money by staying with the landlord. He'll be saving money literally every single day.
Yeah, I sent him a bunch of you can't say that word, but like charts and stuff on how he's wasting money by renting and stuff.
So here's the thing. You've already told two key points that he had thought about buying before, but he put his money in the stock market, which means he invested? No, sorry, you gave it away. What's he interested in? Investing, right?
Yeah.
So, Jacob, how long we're going to act like you're him. How long have you been renting now?
A few months since July.
July, and how much is your rent?
I'll say $900.
So since July, so we're about 7 months away, $900. You've spent about $6,000 on rent. How many repairs has your landlord done?
When I first moved in, he replaced the washing machine.
Okay, so we had a $300 repair. So now you're at $5,700 in value to your landlord's account. With that same $5,700, had you had bought in a house, you would have had an interest premium that you can write off on your taxes, where you would have saved money on your income. You would have had probably a lesser monthly obligation, and you would have built, on average in the last 12 months, 15% on your investment. How have your stock portfolios been doing since then?
They've been doing all right. Some of them have gone down, some of them have gone up.
So I know that investing is important to you. Real estate has been the only solid investment time over time, regardless of what economy we're in. Just in 2020 alone, we realized about an 18% gain in real estate, which is unrealistic for long-term sustaining. But in this market, you could have gotten a hold of that, plus had a mortgage premium that's less than the average rate of inflation. So you would have been making money on the investment without having any hit to you through the interest. Let's get you buying a house.
Sounds good.
If you're gonna talk to a smart person, you got to have smart answers. But they have to make sense to that person. We can't talk in our language. You got to talk in theirs. So, Nicole, you got something? Ms. Sanchez.
Sorry, trying to get off mute. Sorry. Yeah, so my buyers, you know, they're the tricky for the first ones and the whole contingent thing. But besides that, they have very specifics that they want. And every time we like find a house and it's going to work, and either I show them the house or they go drive by, which is nice. So I don't have to take them. But, you know, one of them likes it, one of them doesn't. And I've talked about maybe having to, you know, quote unquote, settle or deal with one thing missing from their box, because they're so like, oh, we have to get this done and into a new, bigger house before summer hits, because the husband is working in a hot garage. Okay, so they have that they want to do it, but then they won't really compromise on if all the boxes aren't checked for the house. So I guess I'm just asking for more suggestions, because there's only so many houses I can find.
Did you do a buyer consult with them?
Yeah, I've done all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever we do a buyer consult, we go with the 80% rule, that we want to find 80% of what you want, because 10% you'll learn to deal with, 10% you'll be willing to change.
Yeah. I mean, I think that he might be okay with that, but she's not. So
yeah, I'm just saying that's what we established during a buyer consult. So they know that like you're not going to find the exact perfect 100% home. There's always going to be something you're going to want to change. So that's just what we established. But
okay,
I wonder where y'all got it from.
Where are they looking?
Well, the area, well, it has been narrowed a little bit, but mostly like northwest.
So okay, so there are new builds
Central
out
West.
there. Have you talked about that with them?
Yeah, I did. They didn't seem that interested in it. But and then their price range is between $450, which isn't bad, right? Compared
okay.
to so like they want a pool, 4 bedrooms.
I think you need, if you've showed them a lot of homes, then I think you need to regroup and decide, like, do another, essentially like a second buyer consult and find out what exactly are they wanting, and then have the discussion that, you know, there's a chance you might have to change something if they're looking to move that quick, especially with this market.
So
yeah. Well, and then the hard part is that even if we find the house and put an offer, the whole thing is contingent on the sale of their house.
Yeah,
So
you're not going to win an offer with that right now.
No, but you have to do one for a sale.
Oh, you will.
I had some guy back in December that meets all the criteria that you just listed, but he was refusing to answer any of my calls or anything. I can go knock on his door and tell him that you have a buyer for him.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been kind of rude to me. He like doesn't answer any of my calls or anything, but I can just be upfront with him.
The high D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
I
that
mean,
you're gonna go
especially-
knock on his door.
Yeah.
Especially
cool.
if he's okay, you know, because their house is gonna sell pretty darn fast, because it's about 250, 260, and it's in really good shape. And it has a nice mountain view and, you know, a decent backyard. So I think, you know, their house is gonna sell pretty fast. It's on the southwest side, but
So
How many bedroom?
I think it's 3 off the top of my head. I think it's 3, because that's why they want a 4th bedroom to make a office.
Yeah, the David guy, he has a 4-bedroom, a den, I think, and I think it's 3-car garage with a pool and a hot tub in the back, upgraded kitchen and bathroom.
Oh my God. Is it 1 story? Oh, and 1 story is the issue too.
Yeah, it is
story?
1 store. Yeah.
Oh, where's it at?
It's in North Star Estates.
Which is, sorry.
by the
North-
past the casino, no?
Northwest side, but he's asking like 325, which I don't think it would appraise.
Dog, I got a buyer right
Oh,
there. I got a buyer.
you don't think it'll appraise for 325?
I was going to say, I have a buyer for you too, if you get that listing. So
I'm gonna stop the conversation right there, because you guys can take this offline and chat. Jacob, go knock on his door right now. You should be in the car. You got multiple buyers for this stuff. We don't need to sit here and talk about the awesomeness of having a listing.
What's the address? I have 2 other doors to go knock on today. Like,
I'll go knock on his door
Right now. Go.
right now. All right, let me get dressed.
Make a cup of coffee for him. So
We
Okay.
do expect updates, just so you know, Jacob. We're all rooting for you right now.
Like we had the perfect house to put an offer in. Everything was absolutely perfect besides the kitchen was 1970s and the living room carpet was 1970s, and the woman didn't want to have to change the kitchen. The husband was like ready to do an offer right there.
All right, there's a scripting moment. Who can overcome that objection?
But it was at the top of their
Stop. More objections. Start with one at a time. How do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time. I had the same issue with my couple that was literally driving me over 100 miles in different directions around Tucson. So I finally just said, you know what, guys, when you both get together and sit down and decide what city you would like, or at least what region of Arizona you would both like to live in, let me know. And if it's too far out of my reach, I will gladly find you someone who can help you. And then they're both like, no, we want you to help us. I'm like, well, that's fine, but I can't get in the car and drive every day a couple 100 miles to show you 1 or 2 homes in this one area. And then you're like, oh, I like this one that's 300 miles away. And so it was very difficult for about 2 weeks. I thought I was going to lose it. But once I just sat down and just said, look, you know, we're wasting time, because they also needed to get a place quickly. I said, you both need to sit down and have a conversation with yourself. Look, I said, if you want to go and look at all these areas, go look. You found the one, I'll be happy to come and show it to you then. But until then, you know, we're both wasting all of our time. And I hated to do that, but it woke them up.
Yeah.
And they did exactly that. They spent one weekend driving all over H&H back. And, you know, they decided on one town, and now, you know, we're going to close in 2 weeks. But it was difficult. But yeah, you just have to be blunt and honest and say, hey, you know, you need to decide what you really want. What's important to you? Both of you have to come together and give and take. And
yeah, I mean, I've kind of had the conversation. I mean, luckily they've done a lot of drive-bys themselves, and if they don't even like the
Hold on. We don't want explanation. Nicole, you're the client. Teresa, you're the agent. Overcome the objection. Nicole needs help with the word tracks. She's going to talk herself in circles.
Okay. Nicole, so the areas that we've been looking at that you and your husband have liked, what are some of the things that are your stopping points, and what are his? And how can we come together and find a mutual agreement on exact, you know, to get you both what you want?
I just don't want to renovate anything, and he's okay with it. So we need a move-in ready house that's ready to go.
Okay, you want to move in ready, and your idea of the move in ready is obviously a little bit different than his. You want it brand new looking. Well, would he be okay with looking at a new build, for example? That way you can get exactly what you want. I do know that Adair Homes will even let him do some of the painting. So with the new build, that way he'll feel more hands-on, but you'll still get to move into a brand new home.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about it more.
Okay, because to me, that's one solution. What's one option that you both could look into if you would like to do the new build? That way, you know, you're kind of exhausting looking at some of the things that's already built. This would, I know they're one builder that allowed the owner to do few finishing touches before it's completed. And maybe that would satisfy his urge to want to put his hands in there and do a little bit something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I'll talk to him about it.
Okay, awesome. All right. I'll set up appointment with the
Thank you.
chair next week.
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye.
So what's a key question we didn't ask?
Oh, I don't know. Tell me, Dan.
So
Why is that important to you? What about that is important to you?
exactly. So what's important about not having any renovations?
Well, kind of same thing. Yeah, I was trying to focus on what's the differences and how we can build them together. Yeah.
We went for the smoke. We didn't find the fire. So you want to find the fire so you can put it out. We're chasing smoke at this point where she says, I want to move in ready house. I don't want any renovations. Okay, what's important about not having any renovations? Well, the last one my husband did took 9 months and forever. We were living in squalor and it was dusty and I hated it. Like, okay. So if you can get that stuff done quickly within a month of moving in, would that matter to you? Or what do you consider renovations?
Yeah.
Some people look at the carpet and go, oh my God, this house has terrible carpet. How fast and inexpensive is it to replace carpet?
1 day.
1 day. 1 day. Uno dias. So.
Yep, that's true.
Is anyone getting contingent offers accepted right now, though? That would be my bigger concern. Like, is their loan dependent on it?
Yes, the loan is dependent on it. So, I mean, I don't really have a choice whether it's going to work or not. I mean, I have to try to help them get it through, find and figure out something. Then they'll just get a different agent.
Has anyone had a contingent offer get approved? Like that actually went under contract? I'm just curious.
So I don't work with sellers, but I've talked to a lot of listing agents, and I'll just be calling for my buyers to see what offers they had. And listing agents are laughing at those offers right now. They're just saying, I have a contingent offer, but we're not even considering that. So go ahead and send your offer. Like, they're laughing at those right now, and I would just hate for you to like waste all this time trying to find them the house, and then you put in an offer, but is there even like a 0.5% shot of it getting accepted?
Yes.
You have their house listed.
Thanks, Dan.
Nicole, do you have their house listed?
No, I can't list their house when it could sell potentially in 30 days.
You got to get it listed. You're not gonna win a buyer offer if you don't have the house listed.
We've talked about that. The house has to be on the market. You put it as coming soon and extend the date out 21 days. Give them tons of time. But I want everyone right now, this very second, to stop thinking that a contingent offer has no chance. I know of 5 of them this week that's gotten done.
The one that I just submitted has a contingency of them selling their house.
Frank's is one of them. Scott Anderson got another one. So it's annoying as all hell when you got your team, your tribe, your agents around you going, good luck. I want that to stop.
No, that was why I was asking if it was if their loan had to be contingent on it or not. So
we ask these questions up front, make sure that we have everything fine. We work with the situation we have and we make the most out of it. In our careers, we're going to come across some incredible hard deals, and those are the beautiful ones that create the legacies that we leave behind. So instead of asking, is it possible? Ask, how can we do it? What do we need to do? Who do we need to get involved?
And also
on it.
I would try to go get a listing that matches everything they want. Get both sides of it. We just did an off market listing deal.
And that's
I have one that could possibly work, but they're not done with their kitchen renovation.
Have you talked to them?
Not listed. No,
It
I
doesn't
didn't tell
matter.
them
Talk to them
each
if
way.
you have your listing agreement signed, you can mention it to them.
Even if you don't have a listing agreement signed, put them together. Happy birthday, Aaron. So when you're working these deals, Nicole, don't get frustrated. Don't get annoyed. Anyone that's having the situation, a contingent offer is more difficult. But then it just gives you the opportunity. You have a buyer, a dead set buyer that wants to buy a house. You know the curriculum and the criteria of the house they want to buy. And like Renee said, go find them a house. You have another seller that's potentially going to be a perfect deal for them once it's done. You don't have a listing agreement yet, but I would still have that conversation. Listen, let's sit down and talk. Let me get some pictures of the house and show them to a potential buyer I've got and see if you can't put pieces together. Stop waiting for the market to give you the perfect house. Go find it. Go knock on some doors. Go beat down some bushes. Go scramble those eggs and find out what you can get your clients into. In the absence of opportunities, we must go create them. That is 100% the core of our value is we generate business. We don't wait for it to happen. Keller Williams operates differently because you got 400 agents here locally, plus Samantha up in Phoenix that'll help us with anything. We will generate the opportunity for them. So think creatively. It's one of our Y4C2Ts. Creativity is ideas before results, right? How can we make this happen? What do we need to do to accomplish this task? Not, it's impossible. This will never happen. This market sucks, man. No. You want to act like that, you're going to be out of this business real fast.
Yeah, and I just want to put it out there, like while you're looking, I just did an unrepresented seller last week. We went under contract. So it doesn't, I mean, going after the listing is epic, but sometimes creating that opportunity, you can get creative about how to do it.
So got to be creative, guys. This is where it's all about. So it is 8:30 this Friday morning.
Can I add one tidbit in just really fast?
I got to cut it, so make it quick.
Just like what Samantha said, sometimes we need to go to find the for sale by owners. Even if we don't get the listing, we're going to get another potential home for our buyers.
Unrepresented seller agreement. If you don't know the form, look it up.
I have, yeah, I got it at 5% too, so you can negotiate it for sure.
5%. That a girl. High five. Okay, Annette, real quick.
I'm saying I have a listing. I have a house, 4-bedroom, 2,000 and something square feet, and it has a pool, and we are fixing the pool here at Golf Link and Wilmot. So come see it and sell it.
There you go. 250 price range. Have a fixed up pool. Really nice house.
We have one on the southeast side going at 2:30 on March 1st too. If anyone has anything down there.
Southeast, east, northwest. Jacob probably jumped off the call to go get that door knocking. Fingers crossed I'll have that listing today for you guys. You and Nicole can get together. All right, guys. Thank you for joining in today. Set your mindsets on creative and find opportunities. I know they're out there. Remember the 80-10-10 rule, like Renee said, 80%, 80-10-10. 80% of the house you're looking for, 10% of the house you're going to change, and 10% of the house you can live with, right? It's very simple. There's no such thing as perfect. Do you want to sell them the perfect house? No, because we want to sell them another one in 7 to 10 years. So have a beautiful Friday, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Also, if you're going to be doing Ignite today, they're doing their first blended session, being a in-person and live. So Anthony Sotelo is teaching over at the KLP office this morning, buyer consultations and stuff. So you want to jump in over there. So we'll see you guys later.